Why doesn't the beaver ever learn his lesson? He is often taught his lesson. He promises to remember his lesson, but the next day he's forgotten his lesson. Is he deliberately ignoring his lesson? Not exactly. New evidence suggests that Beaver's lesson enters one ear, floats around his head for a few seconds, but avoids having any contact with his brain before exiting out the other side of his skull.
Oh, so that's it.
Learn your lesson. Watch Leave It to Beaver, weeknights in TV Land.
I hope this will be a good lesson to you.
On the TV show Leave It to Beaver, Wally was the kind of older brother that we all wish we'd had growing up. Even though he could get a bit frustrated by his younger brother's antics, he was first and foremost his friend, and on many occasions his confidant and protector. One of the things that you frequently hear about Leave It to Beaver is that the show presented a very idyllic version of what family life was like. And Wally and Beaver's relationship as brothers was definitely that. Debuting on CBS, but moving to ABC for its second year, Leave It to Beaver ran for 6 seasons in all. And while it was never a big hit in the ratings, the show has become universally beloved. So much so that the program's young actors, not young anymore, Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow, are still to this day frequently interviewed and asked to share their memories. It was during one such interview on a podcast called Wait, I Know This that I heard Tony Dow, the actor who played Wally, share something that seemed new to me. Or maybe it's just something that I'd forgotten. But either way, it's definitely something worth sharing here. While visiting with Tony, the interviewer commented about the program being centered around Jerry's character, Theodore Cleaver, affectionately known as the Beaver to family and friends. And it was at that moment that Tony shared the truth about the original name of the show. While the title for the TV pilot was called It's a Small World, Tony said that the program's name was then changed to Wally and the Beaver. However, network executives were very concerned that TV viewers might think that the show was about a boy and his pet beaver. And because of that, the show's creative team put their heads together and then came up with the name that stuck. Leave It to Beaver. It's a title that would still be with the program when it was revived during the 80s. The new Leave It to Beaver TV show that aired on Disney and TBS was also called Still the Beaver. I can't remember which network called it which, but whatever it's called, it was really great to catch up with old friends again.
When Wally loses his temper,
let me handle this. I've got a way with people.
He and Eddie wind up behind bars. The comedy hit of the season, the new Leave It to Beaver. Today at 6:30 Eastern and tomorrow at 6:05, only on the Superstation.
As years passed, the man who played Beaver's older brother discovered that he could be part of the entertainment industry and not always be in front of the camera. During the 90s, Tony directed TV shows like Harry and the Hendersons, Deep Space Nine, and that incredibly subversive and yet still loving homage to Leave It to Beaver, Get a Life, starring the one and only Chris Elliott. These days, Tony has found another very unique way to express himself creatively as a sculptor of abstract bronze figures. While Tony's works of art have been in galleries worldwide, I absolutely love that one of Tony's pieces was on display in the backyard garden of Barbara Billingsley, the late actor who played his mother on Leave It to Beaver. Hey, you know what? I've got a couple more Leave It to Beaver videos that I think you might really like. There they are. Pick one. I love both of them. You really can't go wrong. But before you do, just a quick reminder that I would appreciate it if you would consider liking this video and maybe even subscribing to my channel. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.